All right. Thanks for joining the live to everybody. Uh, this is the first time that we've actually done one of these where we do live audits, SEO audits. So I usually try to start off by giving a little bit of understanding of how we do things, like our framework. But before we get started, everybody just drop like where you guys are calling in from. Would love to kind of see, where our audience is. I'll get started. Calling in from Toronto, Canada. Awesome. Nice to have you, Jerry. Yeah, I saw your email as well. Thanks for that. It's very helpful. Anybody else? No? Okay, cool. Let's just get started. So yeah, I'll give you a quick overview of who we are, what we do, and then I can kind of get into like the audit part. I'm just trying to figure out how to share my screen. Okay, there you go. All right, so as a quick overview, background on who we are, this is actually our second business. Our first business was a two-sided marketplace that we built, scaled, and sold directly through SEO. And so we basically connected HR and manufacturing warehouse labor over here in Ontario and in Quebec in Canada. And we scaled from next to no traffic, like zero visitors per day, to thousands, hundreds every single day, and converted that traffic really well. So about 60 to 70% conversion rate. And that led us to scaling past 140,000 users. And then we actually exited that business and started Trailblazer Marketing. So as a quick framework, like, we use Trailblazer to help companies, grow and scale through SEO, but then we also build our own portfolio of companies. And I can't really share that over the live stream, but if any of you guys book a call, then I can share that with you over there as well. Um, but yeah, I just wanted to quickly give you a sense of how we approach things at Trailblazer. So we use something called a product-led SEO framework, where we kind of map out all the different pages that need to go live on your site so that you can drive high intent transactional visitors, but then you also drive full funnel visitors from blog articles. So there's a very important distinction over there because blog articles will send you top, middle, and bottom of funnel visitors. Whereas your landing pages, the blue pages, will help you drive conversions, right? So think about it this way. Like I just hopped off a call with a client. It's like buy Bitcoin, very transactional term. You're not trying to read an article on how to do that. At that point, you likely just want to figure out who's the best vendor to go with to buy Bitcoin. Whereas if you're writing an article, it's about like, what are the top places to buy Bitcoin or how to buy Bitcoin. That is a blog article. It's still very valuable from an SEO standpoint because you build an audience, you build authority, and then you can funnel that traffic, that same authority back to your landing page so that they can convert. Make sense? Let me know if you guys have any questions as I go through this in the chat. Just drop your messages. I'll be able to answer any questions. And then yeah. So like the main thing that you want to think through when you're setting up, this is called site architecture. This framework. The main thing you want to consider over here is that you want to think about all the different value propositions that you have that you can help your market with, your audience with, and what will lead them to conversions. Right. So as an example, going back to that client, do you help with buying crypto? Do you help with selling crypto? Are you able to show them, crypto charts, etc.? Like what are all the different pages, web pages you can put up that will attract your audience, and help you convert that audience as well, right? So the main thing is like driving traffic. Now, beyond that, how good is your product? How good is your messaging? How good is your positioning? That is what will lead to conversions. Cool. So let's get started with the live audit. So Jerry, you shared Flow Candy. Can you share some competitors as well so I can take a look? And then everybody else, just um, feel free to start dropping your company. So I'm going to ask you to share your company in this way, your company URL, and then competitor A, competitor B, etc. that would make it very helpful, and I can give you actionable feedback. But Jerry, if you want to drop your competitors very quickly, that would be very helpful, and then I'll just start to take a look at your website, flowcandy.com. Okay, so Klaviyo B2C CRM Pros. So essentially, you're helping agencies like e-commerce companies grow through email marketing, which is very cool. So let's take a look at, and by the way, I'm using this software called Ahrefs. So if you get Ahrefs and you get their Chrome extension, then you can very easily see how many keywords a website is ranking for and how much traffic they're driving as well. So if I take a look at Ahrefs, and I see that you are currently ranking for flow candy, which is a transactional intent keyword, and then not really sure what this is. This might be like one of your customers. Nice. So it's mainly branded traffic that you're driving as of now. So there's an important distinction when it comes to SEO, which is branded and non-branded traffic. Branded is a result of your advertising campaigns, your customers that are going to your website, or even your social media and the like. Whereas non-branded is the main game when it comes to SEO. Like that's what's going to be driving you net new revenue, because keep in mind, like branded traffic is the 1 or 0.5% of the market that actually knows about what you do or who you are. Non-branded traffic is the vast majority of the market that just doesn't know who you are, and that is the audience that you want to tap into when it comes to with SEO. So taking a look at your website, your Klaviyo B2C CRM Pros. So if you just search this, let's see what kind of keywords you come up with. Maybe not pros, maybe you do agency, CRM agency, Klaviyo CRM services. So let's take a look at this. And Jerry, can you clarify, do you guys just offer the CRM services or do you offer more than that? In the meanwhile, let's just keep going though. Klaviyo CRM. Okay, I can't really find a good keyword for the homepage. So that's what we're trying to do over here. Find a good keyword for the homepage. Klaviyo agency. Maybe it's Klaviyo agency. Klaviyo marketing agency. Yeah, this looks good. So what I would probably do over here is something similar to what they've done. Klaviyo email marketing agency. So this one gets 400 searches per month, and the traffic is valued at 90K, but that's just because Klaviyo itself is ranking. But when you take a look over here, you see Flowium, which I'm assuming is one of your competitors. Okay, cool. Thanks, Sherry. Let me take a look at that. So you'll see that they're ranking for Klaviyo agency, and they're actually driving about 200 visitors per month. Now, I want to kind of give you the sense of how to approach SEO as well from like a revenue standpoint too. Let me pull up my calculator. Okay, so you get 200 searches per month, and what's your LTV? Let's just open up Claude just to make it easy. Like, what is the average LTV for a Klaviyo email marketing agency? All right, so let that load. I'm assuming it's going to be like 5 figures LTV. While that loads, assuming you get 200 visitors per month. Okay, what is this? Okay, so let's just assume it's 36K at the lower end, right? So you go back over here, and your competitor over here is getting 200 clicks per month, right, on this target keyword. Assuming you convert 5% of your visitors, which is about an average kind of conversion rate for B2B, B2C, internet-wide, 10 conversions at 36K, right? So that's about 360K in LTV that you can add per month, and that's just one landing page, right? Now, the way you want to approach this is that you want to target all the different things that you do. So you do strategy planning around everything and mostly everything inside Klaviyo. Great. So what else can you do over here? Let's take a look at your competitor. They probably have thought through this well. Email marketing agency. So maybe it's like e-commerce email marketing agency. That likely is a good keyword as well. And so the way you want to approach this is like going back to this framework, your homepage, you likely want to do Klaviyo email marketing agency, but then on this drop down, like the services that you offer, and you've got it listed there, nice. So beyond this, like this service, like Klaviyo Accelerator, monthly management, like you want to kind of tie it to what they're looking for. So you do email, you do SMS, you do lifecycle marketing. But then what is the broad term that people are searching for as well? Like how can you genuinely help? And maybe the better keyword over here is exactly what these guys have done, right? So they're on the homepage targeting email marketing agency for e-commerce, and this one gets 450 searches per month. So the LTV that you could drive from this is even better. So maybe what you might want to do is center the homepage around e-commerce email marketing agency, and then build out sub pages for like Klaviyo email marketing agency, right? Or then it would be like Klaviyo SMS agency. Let's take a look if there's search terms for this. Okay, let's take a look. Maybe Klaviyo email expert could be another one. You could set up a page for that as well. SMS marketing services for e-commerce. This looks good. Klaviyo SMS service. So basically what I'm just trying to figure out over here is how do we get aligned with your target audience? Like what are they specifically looking for? Klaviyo email marketing service, SMS service. And maybe it's like, fashion email marketing agency. Like you can also divide it up um, by your verticals, right? Like so e-commerce, fashion marketing agency, email marketing agency. Because the people that are looking for this term will likely convert very well because it's very centered around, what they're looking for. And you can always look at your competitors as well as another example. So they've got SMS email marketing agency, SMS marketing services. But they don't. Let's take a look. Email marketing services. Yeah, they haven't really optimized this page too well. So if in this case, like if there isn't too much traffic that you can drive from landing pages, you can always target blog articles. Like it's not the end of the world if there's not a lot of um, landing page centric terms. Or you can even do free tools too, right? Like you could do e-commerce email templates. A great way to get people in the door. So you can kind of build out this resource. Like they've got 20 high converting e-commerce email templates. So you can email gate that, right? Like so people will fill out their email, use their company email address, and then you can get them to convert. You can also write content as well, right? Like how to do e-commerce email marketing. So this one gets about 1,800 searches per month or 1,800 clicks per month. And even better is like, what are the best email marketing agencies for e-commerce? And these kind of posts are very good because these are the ones that you will find when you're searching in ChatGPT. So when you're searching in ChatGPT, Claude, etc., like these list-based articles work extremely well. This is what drives conversions. And you get referenced over there as well. Like one thought frame over here, Jerry, is that a lot of companies, especially like agencies, will pay Design Rush and Clutch and the like thousands of dollars per month just so that they can get some warm inbound. A good thought frame or pattern is to just repeat what they're doing, right? So they're ranking for like the top email marketing companies, the top email marketing agencies. Literally just look at what they're ranking for and try to replicate on your site. I'm not saying that you're 110% going to rank for that term because there's more to that meets the eye, right? Like they've got a high domain rating of 91, and they've also likely built out a lot of pages. So one thing you likely want to do on your website is that after you think through the strategy, like, the different services you offer, designs, I didn't even look at this. So you've got this. This is cool. So I went off on a tangent, but this is literally like your e-commerce email uh, templates, this page, and then you can have that email box as well. Um, yeah, so I think that's how I would approach it. Let me know if you have any questions. If anybody else wants to get like a live kind of thought on what to do with their website, SEO audit, let me know. Any questions, guys? I'm assuming everybody is here for live SEO audits. So just drop in your company, your website, and competitors, and then we can start taking a look at how to help. Hey, Alex. Jerry, any questions on that? But like, I think the way I would high level approach it while we wait for somebody else to drop in their company website and competitors is that I think even if you rank for a term like this, like e-commerce, where was it? E-commerce email marketing agency, something like this on the homepage gets about 450 searches per month, $8 CPC, and that's usually a really good kind of gauge as to how high quality this keyword is. If people are willing to spend cash on that keyword, like for people to actually visit your site, like the paid ads, then that's a very good gauge for quality, right? And then you can do the same thing, like split it up for Clavio email marketing agency. I think that was the term. I'm going to search in the US just because it gets different search results. Okay, and this is a really good other idea, right? And this one was, I think, their page. So they get about 248 visitors per month from that page, and then you can go down and make it a little bit more refined. Like, what are the top Clavio agencies for email marketing in 2025 or 2026 for that matter? One tip I would have, like, if you are going to set up pages like this, for example, the top Clavio agencies for 2025, if you're going to include the year, that's fine. Just don't include it in the URL. And the reason for that is because when Google and these search engines crawl your website and they see that you've got the year included in your URL, if you change that URL next year to from 2025 to 2026, it's basically like you're starting from scratch. So that's something that you want to avoid, and they're already keeping that in mind. Like their algorithm is indexing your page as 2025 referenced, not 2026. Cool. But yeah, I think that there's a lot of opportunity over there. For anybody that's joining just now, I think Alex, you just joined recently as well. So what I was walking people through, you're welcome, man. Let me know if you have any questions as you kind of think about that. My goal here is just to be helpful. I'm not here to sell anything. I just want to genuinely give you guys some tips and tricks on how to rank. For anybody that's joining recently, the way we generally approach SEO is, and it's the same for like SaaS service, e-commerce generally as well, is that you want to build out blue pages that attract your target audience and get them to convert. So what we highlighted for Jerry and Flow Candy is terms like Clavio email marketing agency or even e-commerce email marketing agency, because this is the kind of terms that buyers are seeking out when they're looking to speak with a vendor or find a good service provider. But you really want to use blog articles to build full funnel traffic to your website, build authority, and you can convert that traffic in 100 different ways. And you can get very creative about it as well, right? Like you could pixel your blog articles, retarget them on LinkedIn, retarget them on Facebook, Instagram, everything like that. Um, and then you can also get them in your email newsletter list and hit them with a weekly newsletter, or like we're doing, do a webinar, whatever it is. Just give people more opportunities to convert. at the end of the day. Blog articles are really timeless, it's evergreen. Like, even if you work on SEO for 6 months and you stop after that, your traffic will continue to compound. Cool. I think somebody else just added their website. Gray Matter, can you add your website? I just want to make sure I get it right. But you said your competitor is Etsy, which is a big dog. So we got to take a look at what to do. Just gonna go to your channel, see if it's over there. Yeah, I can't really pull up your website. Can you send it, Gray Matter? What's your website? Oh, it's weird. Alex, can you send your message again, and then we'll get to yours. And same thing for you, Abdul Rahman. Can you send your website? I didn't go through my emails specifically, but if you could just send your website over here and your competitors, that would be great. And then we can go through things. Yeah, I need your website though. Maybe what's happening is that it's kind of blocking out website like domains. So maybe just share your website in this manner, like trailblazermarketing.com, like that. I think that should work. Maybe URLs are not allowed. Marzook should also be in the chat. So Marzook is one of our co-founders at Trailblazer, so he can also advise like what's happening over here. Did you guys just see that message for Trailblazer marketing space.space.com? That's how I would say to enter your website. Cool. Marzook, are you seeing these other domains? Like maybe I'm just missing it? Interesting. Can you guys try again? Alex, Abdurrahman, Grey Matter. Can you guys send your domains again? See how to make Marzook a mod. Marzook, your message isn't showing. So maybe just share like maybe don't share the .com. Maybe just share like what I can search on Google to get your website. So similar to like this. So if I search Trailblazer Marketing, I should be able to pull it up. Just give your brand name and then I should Trailblazer Marketing. Yeah, that didn't even work. Or .com. Okay, good. I just got it. Gray Matter. What your company is. Great. And then in the meantime, if you guys also just want to drop what your website is, what your competitors are as well, then I can take a look at and advise what to do over there. Okay, so very quickly, I'm looking at your website, direct aid. Cool. You've got a decent amount of traffic that you're driving right now, but it looks like majority is branded. So it says 213 branded and then Dress Boy for 30 visitors over there. And you've only got 88 pages. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's at least what Ahrefs is saying. Let's see how many pages you actually have. If you guys didn't know, this is also an easy way to see how many web pages a website has. So if you ever want to spy on your competitors, you can do this. You can use their sitemap and just search it up. So if we do .com, Wow, it looks like you've actually got 7,000 pages, so a lot of this is likely not even indexed, which is a bit troublesome. You definitely want to get this indexed. Cool. Let's just look at your website for now, like what you're doing. So it's do good SEO. So it's like humanitarian cause essentially, if I'm understanding correctly. So it's not really Etsy centric, like Etsy competitor, but then you also do have these products. Okay, quick tip on this one. Let me just search if you've got JSON structured data. Okay, so you don't. So let me give you a tip over here. So Google structured data products. First thing you want to do is likely set up product structured data on your website. And what that does is it helps you get shown over here in Google, like when you search for like whatever this term was. Where was it? Like Afghan dress, right? Or Afghani dress, for example. This is a good keyword. What I would do is we got two sections, do good and buy good. Okay, good. So for the buy good, obviously your goal is that you want to drive high intent people that are looking to purchase, right? So Afghani dress, so something like this, right? Like what they're ranking for, or you're ranking over here, collections. So what I would do on the collection pages, and you've got that over here. Let's just go over here. Shop category. So this is like women's dresses, which is great. So what I would do over here is I would have product structured data, and then I think there's also a specific there's a structured data over here for listing as well, like collection. Okay, never mind. So product structured data. So what you can do over here is you can actually have this embedded two ways. So you can have a list item. There should be a list section over here. If not, that's fine. So you can, for example, over here say, what is a list item structured data? Okay, so what I would do is, okay, so there it is. So a list item. So basically, you've got a carousel, like an entire list of products that you list out on your website. I would embed, at first, I would take this existing collection, like all of your collections, create a list-based structured data. So that just tells Google and LLMs, more importantly, that you've got a list-based page. And within that list-based page, I would then further embed that with product. Where was it? It was intro to product. Okay, so shopping. So then I would have the shopping product structured data embedded within that, right? So if you're kind of confused on how to do that, usually like if you use Klaviyo or if you use like Claude or something like that, you can easily tell it like, look, this is my web page. I want a list-based structured data, and then within that, I want to embed all of this like traditional formal dress, traditional gown dress, traditional embroidered dress. So I think that's how I would approach for your e-commerce side. So for do good now, it's a little bit different. You said do good, you've got do good, and then buy good, do good. Okay. Over here, in my opinion, so it seems like a lot of this is for Afghanistan, which is great. What I would do over here is like have pages that are centered around each country that you want to help with. So if you help with more than just one country, you would do that. So what I mean by that is like Afghanistan charity, right? Search this, something like that. And split it out by the where you work. So as an example, this page where we work, right? So they're on this page, they're getting 174 high intent visitors. The traffic is valued at 1100. That just means how much you would pay Google Ads to get that same traffic. But obviously, in your case, if even if you get a couple donors, then that traffic is worth way more than 1100. But what I wanted to show you over here is how do you branch off beyond this, right? So you've got where we work, and then we can go to top pages. donate to Syria, donate to Africa, donate to India, donate to Ukraine, Afghanistan, Yemen. You can break it out by all of the different countries that you've got. So another thing you can do over here is that the one structure over here is that you want to break it out by country. Within each country now, you can tackle all of the different relief programs, right? So massive earthquake hits Afghanistan. So maybe there's some charity over here that helps with this, right? And I'm sorry to hear, by the way, about this. But maybe there's some charity over here that helps over here, right? Something like this, earthquake appeal. So optimizing a page around um, earthquake appeal, Afghanistan earthquake donation. That's great. Or donate to Afghanistan earthquake, right? And one thing you'll notice over here is that it says 20 searches per month. That is not accurate. Ahrefs usually gets this wrong, especially when it's not in the US, not US centric. Realistically, this one page is likely getting maybe 150 to 250 visitors per month. So high level, I think that's how I would approach it. Let me know if you have any questions. Really awesome. I like your mission. On the buy good side, I would set up collection pages. So I think I forgot to do this, but these category pages or collection pages, like you've got dresses, you've got holiday gifts, awesome jewelry and accessories. Like these should be collection pages. If I click this, it says jewelry bestsellers. This should have a like you should optimize this around like Afghanistan jewelry, buy Afghan jewelry. Let's just search that Afghan jewelry. So Etsy is a competitor, right? You can see that. Let me search in the US though. Afghan jewelry. Yes. So you're right. They're definitely one of your competitors. Afghan jewelry. I would focus this page more around Afghan jewelry. Where was it? Shop Afghan jewelry. So within this page, probably the most important things over here is your title and your meta description. So this should be shop unique Afghan jewelry and artisan handcraft gifts, something like that, right? And within your description, same thing. Within your H1, tackle the target keyword. So the three huge things when it comes to on page, and like there's a lot of detail to getting it right, but if you're just going to take away like the very simple, what to do over here, title, meta description, H1, target the target keyword. Get an Ahrefs subscription. It's not that expensive. It's like $60. Figure out what your competitors are doing. And within this collection page now, what I want you to do is build out two structured data schemas. One is for list item, and within list item, you have a sub vertical for products, right? And then within each product, you also have the structured data for products. So that means you share the reviews that they've got, the ratings, the product, and this is what's going to help you get found in LLMs. Yeah, so I just wanted to be more LLM friendly. Yeah, so structured data is your way to go, but like at the end of the day, 60 to 80% of LLMs is just about doing SEO properly. So if you're not even doing SEO properly, then it's going to be very difficult for you to rank in LLMs. And a lot of our clients will come to us and they'll ask us that they want to get optimized in LLMs, get found in ChatGPT. The hard truth is that if you're starting from scratch and you have little to no traffic as of now from organic, especially international, it'll be very difficult for you to be found in LLM. So start off, get your foundations proper in SEO, and you will by default get found in LLMs. When you want to have a more focused conversation on LLM, send me a message. There's obviously more, distinct stuff that you should be doing. Cool. Send a message if you have any questions about this. Otherwise, Alex shared his website as well. So let's take a look at that. So you're doing hyper speed for Shopify. Okay, cool. For Shopify. Speed optimization, I'm assuming. So maybe this. Let's go to your website. This is awesome. We just signed up another two Shopify apps, by the way, who drive a lot of traffic. Um, but I'm assuming like this is what your product is. I'm not going to click on the sponsored result. Like I don't want to cost you that click, but I'm assuming it's going to be like Shopify page speed. Correct me if I'm wrong. But if we search Shopify page speed optimization app, cool. Thanks. If we search something like this, Shopify page speed optimization page, and then we go to the um, Mirzu, can you help Abdul Rahman? I can't really see his website. Craftive Apparels. Okay, I'll go to that one next. So what I would do on your homepage, and I can't find your website, Hyperspeed for Shopify. I'm guessing this is it. So let's just consider this to be your homepage. Good domain rating, by the way. So it looks like you've built some backlinks from, okay, Shopify is great. And then let's do like one link per domain. Do follow. So you built about 23 links, likely not some things that you focus on yourself. Maybe it's just like a result of Shopify. Let's go to this page as well. Your goal over here is kind of to be taking back traffic from Shopify and to be or diversifying away from Shopify as well. So building that traffic to your website, and you'll notice like they're ranking for the Shopify speed optimization app, and then over here it's like Shopify speed optimization. So likely what I would do on your homepage is to orient around a keyword like that, Shopify speed optimization page. You've likely already started that, right? So you've got it in your title, Shopify speed optimization app. I would also include it over here in your meta description. Your H1 is also missing that. Um, Beyond this, you can also have software application structured data that you can include into your homepage, and you'll likely want to also have organization structured schema over here as well. So on your homepage, you should be able to see that. Let's see if you've already got it. Cool. So you don't have structured data over here as of now. Like I would recommend that as a first course of action. Add software application structured schema. This doc should guide you through it. And if you just Google it, it'll tell you what to do. You can even use an LLM to do it. Make sure that your code, your final code, is wrapped under on script tag. Yeah, it's a big thing. So structured data is a big thing. It's very helpful for Google, right? So that's why this one is like showing up over here because it's got like the ratings, reviews, price, and you can take these ratings, reviews from Shopify because you clearly have that reputation. So just take it from there. What's the platform over here? You would add Shopify essentially. So that's one thing. On your homepage, I would do that, but you've got more than one value proposition, right? So you've got like minify JavaScript. Let's search this for Shopify. Great. So this sees another opportunity. Minify Shopify. Okay, maybe there's not a lot of search traffic for this, minify CSS, but think through all the different value propositions that you've got as well. Like maybe it's lazy loading. That could be a good one. Shopify. Great. So something like this. Image lazy loading, Shopify lazy loading. So if I was you, I would set up another landing page over here, drop it down from the header menu, like the nav bar, lazy loading Shopify. Do that. That's one action item as well. What else do you have? You've got unlimited image compression. Oh, okay, cool. So image compression. Nice. Okay, so these ones just aren't optimized, right? So let's do like image compression Shopify. Image compression Shopify. Okay, so this is the target keyword, Shopify image compression. You would want to add that into the title, meta description, H1 as well. Even though you've said what the page is about, you haven't really optimized the page. Aside from that, like why it is, what matters, that's fine. This landing page as a whole kind of looks thin. And what I mean by that, and this is like with all due respect, by the way, when you search the target keyword in Google and you see what else is ranking, how to, let's just search this again. Search in the US. Free image compression tool. Okay, this one could be a good one. Maybe, yeah, or maybe it's just that your user experience needs to change, make it easier for people. I think this would likely be the move, which is like to just match the user experience that's getting these guys traffic. So they've got this, drop a file, and then you can just drop the file in there, and then that will lead them to down the funnel. And then they've also added FAQ. I think you've also done the same. You've not added FAQ. So I would also add FAQ, match what they've done. This is good that you've got interlinking. Add FAQ. So on this page, on all your landing pages, find a good target keyword, optimize it, see what the competitors are doing. Add FAQ schema. That's one thing. Add software application schema. And then try to match the user experience of competing pages, because that will give you a sense of why they're ranking. And the main thing to take away from that, like why to take a look at your competitors, is that they are ranking for a reason because they have good page dwell time. And what that means is that people are sticking around on their website. They're not pogo sticking. Pogo sticking means they go from Google to your website to back to Google. That's something you want to avoid. Make a really good user experience for your users. So take a look at what your competitors are doing. That's the easiest hack. Cool. Let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, let's move on to the next person, Craftive Apparels. And then I think we've got like 20 minutes left. If anybody else wants to drop their company or follow on questions, we can get to that as well. This is your website, Craftive Apparels. South Asia's. Oh, nice. Okay, so you're B2B. That's good. That makes it easy. Makes sense. What's the balance between conversion in H1 and adding the keyword? Okay. So very quickly, I'm just going to go back to hyperspeed just so I can show what I mean. So like good copy versus keywords, yeah, makes sense. So make your Shopify store blazing fast. So I would say like, feed this into Claude. Like this is my H1. I want to add the target keyword, Shopify optimization app. And yeah, gray matter, all of this live will be posted on our channel so you can reference it again. So Shopify optimization app, speed optimization app. But I want it to convert well. Give me suggestions. So this is usually a good starting point. You can use something like Claude. I usually like Claude more than ChatGPT. So here's like some ideas, right? The Shopify, blah, blah, blah. The number one Shopify for lightning fast stores. This is likely what I would do. I think that's how I would approach it. They've got a lot of different angles over here. You can wordsmith it yourself, but I would start with an LLM. LLMs work really well when you just guide them on what to do, and that's this kind of little bit of guidance works well. Okay, so taking a look at the next company, and then if anybody else has their companies, like I said, drop it down below. Cool, you're welcome, Alex. For Craftive Apparels, can you share your competitors, by the way? I don't think you sent them. But let's just take a look at like what you're ranking or looking to rank for. So Craftive Apparels is about, let's see what you do. Okay, so apparel manufacturer, if I'm understanding correctly. Apparel manufacturing partner, yeah. Apparel manufacturing partner may be a bit of a different term, a difficult term to rank for, but let's take a look at what I see. Very quickly, before we move on, let's take a look at your metrics as of now. So one thing to focus on is build backlinks, definitely. Right now, your domain rating is very low, so it doesn't matter like what we suggest to you, it will be very difficult for you to rank for it. So build some backlinks. That would be the first focus item. for you. And then after that is to, or coinciding with that, is to start to build out these pages. So, apparel manufacturing firm. Let's take a look at this. Even though it's a difficult term, I would do this on your homepage. They are, by the way, this is like a hidden thing for you guys. These guys are only ranking because of their domain, apparelmanufacturing.com. They've matched this target keyword so well, so tightly. That is why they're driving traffic. And that's why they're getting about, let's see, they're getting like 122 visitors just for apparel manufacturing. So this is very intelligent, high IQ move. If you want to switch your domain, that's likely what I would do. Like I would do apparel manufacturing. Anyways, I think I would do this on the homepage, apparel manufacturing on the homepage. Custom clothing manufacturer could be a good one as well. If you do use Ahrefs, you can also use something like this. Hey, Felipe. So if you use Ahrefs, you can use something like this. Like, what is the lowest DR? And what DR means is domain reputation. So I'm trying to find a good keyword that you can likely start to drive traffic for, even while you're building up your presence. So private label clothing manufacturer, this is really good. Custom apparel manufacturing, custom clothing manufacturing, all of these have websites that have domain reputations of less than 10. So I would recommend kind of focusing on a target keyword like this. So right now, your title is Craft of Apparels. That's great. That's your brand name. However, remember you want to connect with what your buyers are seeking you out for, and they're looking for a custom manufacturing partner. So add that in your title, add that in your meta description, and add that in your H1. You're already doing manufacturing partner. You may as well do your custom clothing manufacturing partner or something like that. Um, Beyond that, like there's a lot of content that you can write around this, and then we'll get into the different landing pages. Is like how to find a good clothing manufacturer, something like this, right? You can do. I'm just going to search in the U.S. How to find a good clothing manufacturers for your startup. So this one gets 29 visitors per month, and it may seem like it's low search volume. Um, it may seem like it's low search volume, but the main thing you need to consider is that your lifetime value, how much your customers are worth it to you. Mega Sports Apparel. Okay, that's your competitor. I'll give them a search. How much your customers are worth is a lot higher than it would be for the previous the company that we looked at, Hyperspeed. Like their customers are likely paying them anywhere between $10 to $50 per month. Your customers are likely paying you a couple $1,000s every single month. So you don't need a lot of search traffic. You just need the right search traffic that will convert. So this is apparently a leading sports manufacturer in USA. Okay, great. So let's take a look at how much traffic they're driving. They're ranking for like, what are the different types of shorts, sportswear companies in the US. Yeah, that's great. So difference. I wouldn't say that their content is even that good. Like the people that are searching for types of sweaters could be a consumer like myself. Maybe a very slim chance is a company that is looking for actual help with the outsourcing manufacturing. You can also do like what are the top, I think you're based in like Pakistan, I think. So top clothing manufacturers in Pakistan. So this one would be another good one. This page, Apparify, this is a competitor you want to take a look at. They're actually driving 110 visitors per month to this page. So you can do that same content. But then also what you want to do is like this, like cut and sew manufacturing, right? So you can build out these pages and sew manufacturers. So if you search this, you'll see that cut and sew manufacturers, they are getting a decent amount of traffic. Cut and sew services or cut and sew contractors. So right now you're just saying cut and sew, which is fine. I like the breadcrumbs, by the way. You want to make this clickable though. This is currently not clickable, so that's you want to do that. Cut and sew though. Cut and sew craft apparels. Your meta description is missing. Add that. Cut and sew services. Cut and sew services. Add that over here. Outsourced cut and sew services. And then the same thing that I told Alex as well. which is like search your target keyword that you are looking to rank for and look at the experience that the competitors are giving. So right off the bat, your design is good. I like it. It's decently trustworthy. You're like talking about 3D fabric selection, etc. That's great. Let's take a look at this. So it's kind of the same user experience, to be honest. Maybe they're just ranking because they've got a higher domain reputation. So that goes back to my first point, which is that you want to build out your domain reputation so that you can rank for these target terms. And I think you've already done a lot of the hard work. You've thought through all of the different value propositions that people will buy from you, private labeling, manufacturing. The main job now is to build backlinks and to optimize these pages. So like streetwear, for example, sportswear, right? This shouldn't say all products. This should say sportswear manufacturing company, as an example. Sportswear manufacturer. Yeah, so something like this, as an example. I'm going to remove this tracking ID from Google, and then you'll see how much traffic they're actually driving. Custom sportswear manufacturer. Great. That's what I would do over here. Add that in the H1, because right now, if I take a look at this, I'll inspect this. This is an H1 and you're wasting it on all products. That doesn't mean anything to Google. It doesn't mean anything to your visitors. Also, sportswear manufacturing should be here and meta description should always be added. Aside from that, I think you've done a really good job at building your website, build some backlinks, optimize your pages, write some content as well. Content is very important. So the one thing that you guys want to take away from this is that don't just optimize your landing pages without writing content, because then Google will think that you're just there trying to sell and you don't have much authority within the space. And if they don't deem you to be authoritative, then they likely will not be sending you any traffic anytime soon. Same thing with LLMs, by the way. Okay, Felipe, let's take a look at your competitors. So AI Peekaboo. Peekaboo. I'm going to take a look at your competitors. Peak AI. Profound. Interesting. So you're helping with AI visibility, if I'm understanding correctly. AI search analytics. You should be using your own tool. Um, I'm joking. But you're, and I think you just joined, but let me kind of refresh this point, which is that uh, the main thing that you want to be doing before you even start working on like blog content writing or backlink building. The previous example was different because he actually thought through all the different pages that need to go on the site. But the one thing you want to think about is how do you want to show up for your target audience for transactional intent keywords that they're looking for? Meaning, think through your site architecture, right? So, what I mean by site architecture is that your homepage should be your product or service category. So just like the previous examples, the last example specifically, custom clothing manufacturing is the service category. How he breaks that out into use cases, sportswear, cut and sew, and whatever, all the different value propositions that he's got. That's how you break it out. Imagine that you're talking to somebody in a sales conversation. What are all the different ways that you can talk to them potentially that will get them to close? That's the same way that you want to think through your site architecture as well. Think through all the value propositions, and then for each value proposition, each landing page that you set up, you create content around it so that you build site-wide authority, because the analogy over there is that a rising tide raises all boats. So when you start to rank well on your blog articles, which are generally the case as compared to landing pages, because landing pages is where people make money. Anywhere where people make money, it's always going to be more competitive. Blog articles still do drive revenue, but it's obviously less concerted than your landing pages. So when your blog articles start ranking and start to get traction, your landing pages will be pushed up. And that's something that we see time and time again, is that your entire website gets pushed up when your blog articles start ranking. Then you drive full funnel, top, middle, bottom of funnel traffic. Cool. I think that's a good explanation. Abdurrahman, I'll get back to your question in a second. Let me just take a look at this. I think we're like 5 minutes left. So taking a look at your competitors, you're welcome. Taking a look at your competitors profound. They're obviously going to be driving a lot of branded traffic, but they're also ranking for like search engine visibility tool, search optimization company. That's fine. Peak. Let's take a look at these guys. What are they driving traffic for? And one distinction over here, I think you just joined, is that a lot of you will rank very easily for your brand. That's not difficult at all. But the main game when it comes to SEO is non-branded search visibility tool as an example, because that is like the 99.9% of the market that has no clue who you are, and that is the audience that you want to tap into. So over here, like I think they've gotten their targeting wrong, but AI search visibility. So if I just search that, AI search visibility, if I just search this, AI search visibility software tool. Yeah, all these guys seem to be ranking for that. Peak AI, peekaboo. So if we do this, maybe it in fact is AI search visibility that you want to be ranking for, or search visibility tool, because this is still such a new market. So maybe what you want to do is optimize your page around something like this. Yeah, it's like search visibility tool, like AI search. So take this keyword and modify it slightly, because right now your market is so new that AI search visibility analysis tools, or maybe even something like this, these terms are not really getting too much traffic. So you can optimize around both terms, search visibility and AI search visibility. So what I would do, and this is your website, is peakability. So AI search visibility tool, great. Add that over here in the meta description as well. And then this H1, this is very cool. I like your design, but you want to add AI search visibility as like a standard, because right now this is going to be shifting, right? This span keeps on changing, which makes it difficult for the search engines to see what you do. I like it as like a conversion thing, but okay. So on your blog, let's take a look. That's why label SEO services. I think on the blog it's kind of thin as of now. Like this content is very thin. There's not really a lot of depth over here, and that will not make it easy for you to rank. It's not very long. This one is a little bit longer, but it's still not too long. Best alternatives. I like your strategy. Best white label SEO software. Like, let's just do a quick search with this. Let's see who you're competing with and what they've done. Um, okay, so you'll notice over here that they've written 14 best white label SEO tool options for agencies and marketers. You've written best white label SEO software. So right off the bat, even if you do show up in Google, it will be your CTR, your click-through rate, aka CTR, will likely be lower than your competitors, because they've listed out 14. When I'm on Google and I see 14, okay, I'm like, okay, I'm not going to waste my time, right? I'll go there and I'll see a lot of options that I can choose. Yours is just best white label SEO software. A term like best white label SEO software is usually better suited for a landing page. Whereas like something like this, best white label SEO tool options, this is a blog article. So that's my quick feedback. I think your content is not really optimized, and then I think that the strategy may be slightly off as well. Even though your targeting is good, like best alternatives to Athena HQ, best AI search visibility tools, these are all good, but I just don't think that these are really search optimized. And I know there's like, you're wondering, what do I mean? The quick answer over there is like, take a look at your competitors, like look at how in depth his content is as compared to even your previous one, the best AI white label software. So you've covered like two. One is yourself, one is your competitor, or I guess you're three. One is you and two are competitors. They've included the pricing, they've included the features, they've included a quick description, they've included screenshots as well. Even though you've included the screenshots, you're missing that, and it's a little bit short. So I think that would be my feedback over there. Aside from that, like if you want to think through like your website, like your solutions, you should have pages over here, like gap analysis should be its own page, potentially. AI answers should be its own page. And then maybe you can even split out over here, like chat GPT, visibility, monitoring. Right? So you could have like chat GPT visibility tracker. Okay, so this one is, I think you, yeah, so this is good. I like this, even though you're not really driving that much traffic, but that is good. ChatGPT visibility tracker. So maybe something like this. Yeah, you are first, but I can't see that you're driving much traffic. So maybe it's just that. Oh, you were first. Okay, cool. Yeah, so this is, let's take a look. I mean, yeah, it's like best. So this is more, I think what you want to do over here is like a landing page. Like you've got the search intent wrong. When somebody's searching for ChatGPT visibility tracker, they want a landing page. They don't want a blog article. And if you set up a blog article for it, if you search up, okay, this one, yeah, okay, cool, yeah, this is good, but it's likely like, and okay, so that's one thing, and then you're competing against yourself for the same keyword. So yeah, just something to think through. I think your strategy just needs a little bit of work. You're competing with yourself, and then also this might be better focused on like a landing page, I would say, instead of a blog article. So so AI overviews prefer direct answers. They don't prefer short content. They just prefer direct answers. So that means like if you're using one of those like AI slop article writing tools, like the ones where you pay like $100, that produces garbage and you will likely not rank in LLMs because they beat around the bush a lot. They're not really direct. Um, But yeah, that's how I would approach it. Yeah, you're welcome, Felipe. We're gonna be doing these audits like once a month. So if you want to join the next one for more actionable feedback, feel free to let me know. Otherwise, I'm just gonna quickly get through to the rest of the questions, and then we'll sign off for the rest of the day. So a SEAL app. How would you improve your authority or visibility score? I mean, I already shared that, right? Like you want to focus on SEO first and foremost because that's the core fundamental, and then after that, do the LLM stuff. There's like more stuff that you need to do for LLMs. Like there's like Reddit, YouTube is becoming increasingly important. There's a lot of tactics, and it differs by each industry. But you should join the next webinar as well, so we can talk about that. I don't think that there were any other questions. So, yeah, thanks a lot for joining, guys. We'll be doing these calls and audits once a month. If you guys want to book some time on my calendar, feel free to visit my website and book a call. The only thing that we ask is that we work with the companies that have minimum 5 employees or 50,000 per month in revenue. So if you're less than that threshold, I would say just keep on joining these audits. Keep on joining these audits, and then we can help over there. But if you're past that and you need any help, we've got our Validate program. We've also got our Foundations programs. You're welcome to book a call. We've also got tons of resources. We've got our LLM SEO services. You can join, you can check those out. Our YouTube channel is very good. So if you haven't already subscribed or hit like the subscription thing and the bell icon, click that because we release like 2 to 3 high quality videos per week. Um, and yeah, thanks a lot for joining, guys. I guess we'll see you guys in a month from now. So December, early December, first week of December. So thanks all for your time. Take care. Bye.